Friends, Pastor Kevin here from Our Savior. I hope you are doing well. I want to take a moment to just say thank you. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for all of your love and your support. Thank you for sticking with us over this last year. And what a joy it's been to be able to see so many of you, to be able to worship with so many of you, to hear your stories and just reconnect, to laugh and worship and enjoy being together with you. It's also been a joy to hear the stories of how God's been working through our online ministry, and so many of you are worshiping there with us. And what a joy and a privilege it is to be welcomed into your homes, welcome into your lives, welcome into that moment to spend that time together and worship with you as well as people all over the country and around the world that we're hearing from. For friends, God is at work at Our Savior, and we are excited to see all that God has done. This last month, as I was doing some reflecting over this last year, I was sharing with some of our school parents how probably the best comparison I can give to this last year is being strapped into one of the buggies on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride at Disneyland. It's wacky and crazy. There's twists and turns, and you're going all over the place. And yet through it all, God has been faithful. Through it all, God has been at work. Through it all, God has been doing awesome and amazing things. And through it all, you've been there walking the road together with us. And so I want to say a huge thank you. One of the things that a year like this last year does for us is allow us to take a step back. Step back to see, man, these are the awesome things that makes our Savior who we are. And so many of those things are coming back with full gusto, and will be coming back again in the coming months. It's singing together in worship. It's receiving God's gifts together as He meets us here in His Word and in communion. It's being able to study the Bible together as we've begun doing again on Sunday mornings, as we've got Wednesdays in the Word coming back this fall, and so many other opportunities like our Friday morning men's and women's studies. But there's also an opportunity to step back and go, what are some opportunities that God is laying before us that we may not have seen otherwise? And friends, as we've done a lot of reflecting on that, one of those opportunities that we look at is our community, especially our school and our preschool community. Did you know that 60 to 80% of the families in our school and our preschool say that they don't have a church home? Not just that they don't go here, but they don't go anywhere. And so as a church, as a staff, as a leadership in this place, we've been looking and say, what would it look like to be intentional in reaching out to the families of our school and our preschool to create a worshiping community designed specifically for them? And so after a lot of thought, after a lot of conversations, after a lot of prayer, I was excited to announce to the voters meeting as we met just a couple of weeks ago that on August the 15th, we're going to be starting a new service. In many ways, this isn't a second service, but this is almost like a church plant, planting a church within a church that has its goal not to bring people over from our 9 a.m. service to a new service, but to reach out to our school families, our preschool families, the families of our community, to reach those who aren't already involved in a church. And so beginning on Sunday, August the 15th, we're going to be having a service that we're calling the Family Service. It's a service specifically designed for kids to be able to bring their parents to learn about Jesus. It's a service designed for families to be able to worship together, building on the great things that we're already doing in our chapel and our school, in our chapel and our preschool, using songs and using experiences and ways of doing things that the kids know and love and have embraced. We're inviting our school and our preschool families, as well as the families throughout our community, to gather together on Sunday evenings at 6 p.m. to have a time to worship together as the whole family. And friends, we've got a lot of great things planned for this. We're excited about it. We think God is going to do awesome and amazing things in it. And coming up on Wednesday, July the 7th, we're going to have a night where we're going to spend some time together with folks who are interested in learning more about that. Folks who are interested in being a part of a core team who will commit and say, we want to help make that a reality. And we're going to spend a night together, July 7th at 6 p.m., eating food together, but also dreaming together about what God can and will do through this venture. Friends, what can you do? Well, if you'd like to be a part of that core team, I invite you to give Angela a call in the church office and say, I want to be there. Wednesday, July the 7th, 6 p.m., I'm there. Maybe you want to be there, but you're out of town that day. Give us a call and let us know, because we would love to have you be a part of that. But otherwise, friends, here's what I'd love to ask you to do. I'd love to ask you to pray. Pray that God would bless that in mighty ways. Pray that God would use that as an opportunity to bring more and more people to know Jesus, to know that there's a God out there and he's real and he's with us and he loves us. That God would use this to make an eternal difference in the lives of people throughout our school, our preschool, and our community. That more and more folks might know the love and grace of Jesus. Friends, God has incredible things in store for us as we engage people with the great God, whether it be at 9 a.m. on a Sunday morning or at 6 p.m. God is encouraging us as we're doing life together as his people. God is equipping us, and God is launching us out into the world to be his hands and feet, that others might know him through us. Friends, the future looks bright. The future's exciting for us at Our Savior, and I can't wait to see what God is going to do in us, among us, and through us. God bless you. Thank you for being who you are. Look forward to seeing you again soon.